I'm muted.
Yeah.
You think I would be good at this by now. Hi, Victor. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here with us. Let me read a little stuff about Alison, right? You guys don't know her, so let me read something little small about her. Now, Alison Edgar MBE. You guys need to go and check out what MBE means. All right, it's a cool stuff, cool title from UK. You guys need to check out what MBE means. She is the UK's top 10 business advisor, author, TEDx, and keynote speaker. Alison Edgar, also known as the entrepreneur's godmother to a plethora of the world's most successful entrepreneurs, brings a master's amalgamation of out of the box thinking, insight, and knowledge to the world of professional development. She's absolutely awesome. Her teachings have pioneered culture change, within her five-star global clientele, such as Sky, Equifax, the NHS. Sure, you know the NHS, the medical guys in the UK, NHS. All right, you guys better know that too. All right, and the Discovery Channel, where she has delivered world-class entrepreneurship methodology to enhance the development of teams by helping employees think like entrepreneurs. All right. The first time I heard her speak, I was like, she has to talk to you guys. She has to talk to you guys. All right. She is the author of a W.H. Smith top 10 and Amazon best-selling book, Secrets of Successful Sales. Alison combines her 20 plus years of experience as a top performer in blue chip sales with her abundance of hands-on involvement, transforming small businesses to provide a clear-cut methodology which has been likened to the E-Myth. The book has been recognized by The Independent as one of the top business books written by a woman. Showing that one of the top business books written by a woman. All right. So today she's talking about let's talk sales, baby.
Thank you, Victor. I can see lots of ladies. I can't see anybody's faces apart from yours, Victor, but I see lots of little photos of ladies in the audience. So
yeah.
I think it's...
you guys, show your faces now. She wants to see you. Okay, show your faces. Show your faces.
I want to see your lovely faces. I've got my face. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Hi.
More faces, guys. More faces. I think a lot of them are working. Some are in the office. So I think that's why they just put off, images, so they'll just be watching with,
That's all right. I can see them waving. I can see them if they have to have the cameras up. Hey, you've got lots of ladies in your group. You're really popular, Victor.
Well, we actually expected, a lot more people to come in. We had, we're streaming live on YouTube too. We have we had over maybe 600, 700 registrations. All right. We're streaming live on YouTube too. So there should actually be more than this. All right. So, but I feel a lot more of the people will probably come in later. So, but let's just... Oh, lovely. That's you.
I love
it. Hey!
Hey!
Uche, Zoom. Boom. Yeah, see all of them. Even me, I'm tripping to be seeing them now.
Do you want to ask me some questions then, Victor? What do you want to do?
I think I should just let you write. All right.
Just let me write.
Yeah, I just want to let you write. All right. Do you have slides?
I have got slides prepared, Victor, because I wasn't quite sure what we were doing. So I have got some slides. So if you want to make, do you want to make me host and I'll share the screen?
Okay, please. Let's see.
Don't let me break it, because you're obviously recording live on YouTube. Like, oh, don't let her near the tech.
Oh, okay. Can you send me the slides so I share?
The answer to that is I probably could. I could email them. How about I email them? Is that a good idea?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Well, I sent it to the email address that you sent me the link to.
Yeah, absolutely. Please go ahead.
Okay, the answer to that is yes, I can.
All right.
Why? You can chat to the audience while you're waiting on me.
Okay, guys. Let me tell you how I met her. Okay, so it was Clubhouse. Right? So I was in Clubhouse, and she was in the same group. She was one of the moderators, and I just listened to her once, and once was enough. All right, once was enough. At times there's some people you just listen to, you just once that you need, right, to be convinced that this person will just break the thing. As in, once was enough. Immediately I listened to her, I went back, followed her profile on Clubhouse, went to check her out on Instagram. All right, and it's awesome, all the beautiful things. She even gave us her free book. All right, she gave us her book. Then it was awesome, and you guys you have to listen to her. All right, she's what she says she is. All right, she's
Yeah,
absolutely awesome.
you can give them the address for the book. It's www.alisonedgar.com/smash it. I'm trying to get you the slides, Victor. You've worked out my little nemesis. It's working all the tech things. Usually Rebecca does that for me.
Okay.
Are you sure you can't just make me be host?
When I tried doing that, I signed the type. I'm supposed to I'm trying to see how I can make you.
Yeah, because if you click on me, so if you click on my three little dots beside my name, there's a part in there that says "Make me host." So I mean, so like here you've got like on three little dots, and then it'll just say "Make me host."
Yeah, I've clicked on it and it's not. Sorry. Did you check? I just tried to see.
Oh, no,
Please check.
I'm in. I can do it. I'm in. Can you see?
Good. Yeah.
Woo-hoo! There we go.
Right. Yeah, done it.
Right. Okay. Let me move this across. Let's put some slides on. Keep everybody busy. So from the start. Right. So can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Give me the thumbs up. Right. Okay. Let's talk about sales, baby.
Baby!
Sales.
All right.
I think one of the things that's quite important here is the title here. Like, I genuinely believe when it's delivered correctly that sales and customer service is exactly the same thing. Mm-hmm. So if you really believe in what you sell and you know it's the solution to someone's problem, it is not sales, it is customer service. So that's the most important thing. So I did get the big up from Victor, but a little bit about me. I did get an MBE from the Queen, and for those of you who don't know, in the UK the Queen gives out awards every year, only about 1,000 per year, and it's for different things, for charity, for sport, and I got mine for business and entrepreneurship. So I do work closely with the UK government. I do a lot of talks at events and also some radio work. So that's a little bit about me. And as Victor said, the book was voted one of the top books written by a woman in 2019. But what I want to talk to you today about is the content of the book, because this is the things that will help you and your sales. So a lot of people say to me, Victor, like, what's the main thing that's important about sales? And I think if we have a look at sales, a lot is to do with your mindset. So many people are frightened of sales. They're scared of sales. And they think, oh, I'm not good at that. Oh, I've tried sales. I prefer email, or I prefer marketing. I don't like to be challenged. So the first thing that you need to be good at sales is a growth mindset. You need to be able to engage in conversations. You need to try things. And, it's great to make mistakes, but you have to learn from them and really take the feedback on board from your customers of why they didn't buy. Were they not buying because, they didn't bond with you? Or was your product or service not what they were looking for? So the first thing you need for sales is, number one, a growth mindset, baby. The other thing, Victor, this is one of the things I see all of the time, is people don't know the difference between sales and marketing. They think it's the same thing. And in Clubhouse the other day, Victor, I was asked, what's the difference between sales, marketing, and operations? So, you know, the three things. So, like, if you look, for example, a manufacturing organization, you know, you're going to have the marketing and then the sales and then the actual product at the end. So that's sales, marketing, and operations. So to try and make it quite clear to people, I talk about golf. I bet have you got some good golf courses near you, Victor?
Yes, we have.
Some top world-class golf courses. So think about sales and marketing and operations like golf. So marketing, so they put the tee in the ground and put the ball in the tee, right? They sort of make it all nice. They do the emails, the website, the social media, like this, speaking at events, the raising the brand awareness is all marketing, right? Then us in sales, Victor, we take the ball down the fairway, on the green, and put the ball in the hole, because only when the ball goes in the hole do we make any money, right? So if everybody thinks about how do you make money in a business, the ball needs to go in the hole. And this is where, Victor, somebody from marketing usually puts their hand up and said, that's a load of rubbish. Rubbish. Marketing, we put the tee in the ground, put the ball in the tee, and we put the ball right up to the pin, us in marketing. And you sales guys tap it in and take all the glory.
Glory.
But if you look, if your marketing is good, right? If you look at, for example, KFC, McDonald's, Taco Bell, any of those fast foods, like that, you've already got in your car or you've walked to the restaurant and you've gone in and ordered. That's all marketing that got you there.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. You know, you've already turned up and you're salivating for your burger, aren't you?
Yeah.
And only then that little transaction of what you order is the sales part at the end. Then if we have a little look, the other thing is Amazon and eBay. So the online self-service market is not sales at all. That's a hole in one for marketing. And again, especially for service industries, people just want to put their website up there and people put the card number in, don't they? That's like, oh, I want an online course, or I want a coaching program that people just go on and buy. But it's like golf. They're few and far between to get a hole in one for marketing. And then somebody said, right, okay, Alison, I understand that sales and marketing is like golf, but what about operations? And I had to think, Victor, and I'm like, well, they're the greenkeepers. They're the guys that make the bunkers. They're the guys that keep the gas clean, tidy. Because if the course is in bad condition, you won't go back. So again, if you bring that into KFC or McDonald's, if you go and the food is rubbish or the restaurant's always a mess, you won't go back again. It's that getting them in the door, the good experience of buying the product, and then going back time after time is how golf and business are the same. So hopefully, again, if there's any questions, Victor, I'm sure you're checking the chat. If there's any questions, I'm happy to take them. But I think that really helps people, because a lot of people do not understand where the land lies, where it all fits together. So, coming back to, a lot of people have got a fear for sales. I don't like sales. I tried that before. I'm not good at sales. And they tend to, these are the people who hide behind marketing, Victor. These are the people who love marketing. So how do you change your mind? Because, this is when you think that fear of sales, what happens is that thought then becomes a feeling, a physical feeling in your body, and you become anxious and worried. What if they say no? What if they don't like me? You really start to struggle emotionally. And then what happens is it leads into your behaviors. And then I don't want to pick up the phone. I don't want to have the conversation. and then that goes back round in a negative circle. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So what you need to do is you need to flip the switch at the top. So you have to, you know, really believe that when it's delivered correctly, sales customer service is exactly the same. And, you know, if we turn that back round again, so what you need to do is you need to think, I love sales. Victor, today I love sales.
Love sales.
I love sales. I want everybody that, I know you obviously can't hear it, but in your head, I want you all going, I love sales, I love sales, I love sales. I'm
Oh yeah,
sales.
I love sales. Everybody, I love sales.
I love sales.
Scream! I want to hear it now. Remove your hands. Scream!
I love sales.
I want to hear them in the UK. Louder. Woohoo! So if you feel like you love sales, look, I can see Edith. Oh, Edith loves sales. Woo!
Yes, I do.
I love sales.
So because you feel like you love sales, then what happens, instead of being anxious and worried, you're excited and you're desperate to go for it and you're really happy and you're loving it. And then you don't shy away from picking up the phone. You want to talk to everyone. You want to have conversations with everyone. And when you more conversations you have, the more sales you make, and then you love it even more. And it goes round in a really positive circle. So today you're taking away the positive circle. So, you know, one of the things is people are different, aren't they? The people that we sell to. Oops, I don't know where the noise is coming from.
I need to.
We need to.
I need to mute someone. Mute, guys. Check yourself. Mute.
It sounds like Clubhouse, Victor. Is everyone on mute? Is everyone on mute?
Yeah, I found the first thing.
It's easy to be on mute.
Okay, fine. So everybody is mute now.
So I've got a hypothetical question, right? I bet money that everybody in the audience has met someone they don't get on with particularly well. And that makes sales quite difficult, doesn't it? If you don't get on with the person, how do you sell to them? So one of the ways is this. So if anybody's taking notes, I would write this one down, put the cross down, task, relationship, introvert and extrovert, because this is the fundamental, not just for sales, but I think it's a key thing for relationships. So the model that I use is based on psychology. It's based on Carl Jung's psychology, but the tool was created by William Moulton Marsden. So again, it's called DISC. So for those of you who haven't heard of it, it's DISC, DISC. It's like disco, but without the O, right?
Oh, yeah.
Without the O. So what I'm going to do to try and get you to understand this, I am going to hypothetically take you back to school. And I'm hypothetically going to give you an English test, which will last for 30 minutes, right? So a 30-minute English test. I'm not giving you it. Don't worry, Victor, no test. But after 20 minutes, someone in your classroom will actually put up their hand, the red behavior type, and say, Miss, I'm finished. Check me out. I'm a winner. You're all losers. Miss, I'm bored now. What do you want me to do next? But when the test paper result comes back, ooh, I didn't realize there was another side to that paper. That's sounding like you, Victor. Is this sounding?
Yeah,
like
I think that's me.
That's you. Okay. But so when you deal with somebody like that, they don't want the detail. You know, they just want to, just give me the price, give me the price, give me the price. So when you do sell to them, sometimes the sale doesn't go well because they've not listened to what you're actually selling and they buy the wrong things. So they're in such a rush, and it's because they're task focused. The other thing, back to our test, this might sound like you as well, Victor, that you can be a blend of the different colors. So some people are relationship focused extroverts. Does everybody know what an extrovert is? Yeah, so an extrovert is somebody who's quite outgoing, so outgoing behaviours. So back to our test. After 10 minutes, the yellow behaviour type will actually then start to have a conversation about something else. So it'll be, what room do you go in, Clubhouse? Oh, I love it. What next do you do? When you stop talking and concentrate on the test. Oh, I forgot there was a test. We were talking about Clubhouse. So again, some of your customers, it's really quite hard to sell to them because they never stop talking. And you can see from that, do you sound a wee bit like a blend in there, Victor? Are you maybe red and yellow or the extrovert? So, you look at that and sometimes it's quite hard to sell to those people because they don't stop talking. So it's your job as the salesperson to control the conversation. The next thing we do, we move to the introverts. So already my tone, my pace, my gesturing is just a little bit slower because introverts think introspectively, so they think in their heads. Extroverts sort of speak but forget to think. Sometimes the words bypass the brain and come out their mouths, whereas the introverts, they're quieter in their demeanor and they don't necessarily want to stand out. So you have to learn how to sell to all the different behavior colors. So let's go back to the test. After 10 minutes, the green behavior type, the relationship-focused introverts, will notice that Loveland has got a headache. Miss, my friend Loveland has got a headache. I think we should go to the nurse. So the green behavior type will leave the class quietly without anyone noticing, and they'll fail the test because they cared more about the headache than the actual test itself. So you can see from that, from your customer perspective, if that is someone who's a relationship-focused introvert as a salesperson, they do become quite naturally scared. They're scared of rejection. They're scared of what other people think. They're really focused on the relationship rather than the task. We then move into our final colour, which is blue. So again, my tone, my pace is still a little bit slower because introverts do tend to go at a slower pace to extroverts. But with the blue behaviour type, the test lasts 30 minutes, right up to the last second, checking their work, double checking their work. Did I dot my I? Did I cross my T? Because they strive for perfection. And that's where, again, if you will have met people from a sales perspective you don't bond with, and it's usually diagonally opposite. So if you're a red and you want everything now, and you want as fast and furious and now, it's the Carey, Sherry greens that take a long time to make decisions, and they have to speak to other people because they're worried about what other people think, that drive you mad. If you're here in yellow, leading the Disney parade, whoop, 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 it's the blues that fail to show emotion, maybe struggle to put together that relationship that you'll struggle with. If you're here in Carey, Sherry, Greenland, it's the pushy reds that are always pushing me for the sale, push, that you don't build the relationship with. And if you're here in blue, attention to detail, like procurement or again, anything that needs a lot of detail, it's those really annoying yellows that never shut up, that drive you mad. So can you see from that, and I think this is interesting because I believe in different cultures, sales have different connotations and work differently, but people ultimately are people. and people by people who are like them.
Yeah.
Skill of a great salesperson is you would never know what behavior colors they actually are. And it's not about being fake. It's not about being false. You stay true to yourself and your values. It's how you use your skills. So hopefully, does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Any question that one?
Yeah.
Questions. If there is, I can see the chat. So if there's anything on the chat, just let me know.
No questions right now.
Okay. But hopefully you'll understand that's why it's important. So who was brought up? Let's see who's awake in the chat, right? Who was brought up to treat other people the way that you want to be treated? You brought up like that, Victor? Yeah, right, okay. As of today, I don't want you to do that. I want you to treat other people how they want to be treated, not how you want to be treated. And that's how you build those relationships stronger with the behaviors. So hopefully, does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Excellent. Okay, the next thing is sales process. Now, I'm sure at your networking, Victor, you will encourage people to introduce themselves and say what they do. And I think this is one of the fundamental mistakes that people make in sales. So this is where people would say, hello, this is me, this is my name, this is what my company is, and this is what I do. Hello, I'm Alison Edgar. I'm from the UK and I teach sales. Yeah, but all of that is about me. All of that is about me. People don't actually, I know it sounds random, but they don't really care about you. They only really care about what's in it for them, what you can do for them. So the way that I get people to have a look at this is having a purpose, a really strong purpose. So, hi, my name is Alison Edgar MBE. I'm the owner of the book Secrets of Successful Sales. And what I do is I teach people to sell so that their business can make money and they can self-sustain their lives. Which part did you hear? Make money and self-sustain their lives. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one actually gives a damn about who I am or what I do. It's what I can do for them. So I think that's my top tip. It's really to make sure that you have that purpose of what is in it for them, because that's all people really care about deep down. And it's not a bad thing. It's just the way the psychology works. And it fits into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. People, are on Maslow's. We're all on Maslow's. And what level are we at? And what can we do to help people get higher up? Edith says, wow, treat people how they want to be treated. I think I've given Edith a brand new tip for today. I can see you, Edith. I see you. Right. So I tell you what, guys, all the way over there in Africa, from me all the way here in the UK, if you take nothing else from our little session today, this is the one that you want to take, right? This is the difference between how you sell and why you don't. So I would like you to think about children. Sometimes if I do this live, Victor, I go, who in the room's got children? And some people put up their hand. And then I go, who in the room has ever been a child? Boom! I get 100% a hand. So 100% of people put their hand up. So if you think when children start to speak, so let's say age 2 or 3, like these little kids here, age 2 or 3, what happens is they're not taught to ask open questions, right? They're not. They're born and go, why, who, what, where, when, why, how, who, what, when, where, why. I could make a song, like I feel like I'm at the D-I-S-C-O, but it's all about the questions, right? So if you have a little look, these questions here, how, when, where, why, how, we're not taught to ask that. You don't teach your children. You were never taught to ask open questions. We are born to ask open questions. We are sponges. And that's why at the first years of our life, we learn more, we learn faster because we naturally are inquisitive. Now, I don't know how it works in your country, but in the UK, children up until the age of like 5, so they go to school about 5, and prior to 5, they're like one-to-one with mum, dad, grandma, auntie, you know, as a community. So if they ask why, they're actually explained, you know, put on your shoes, why? Because we're going to the shops, why? Because there's no milk, there's no water, why? But children go to school, again, I don't know the ratios, but in the UK, it's 1 teacher to 30 children. And what happens is we become polite. Can I? Will I? Would you like me to send an email? Would you like to have a phone call? Would you like to do this? Would you like to do that? And from a sales perspective, that's your worst nightmare, because what you want to do is not sell too soon. The biggest mistake I see is people talking, and my product does this, and it does this, and it does this. Would you like to buy one? I'll have a think about it. Do you know? Whereas actually, if you think about business, so, you know, for example, if you are selling marketing services or a network, you know, so how do you get business? How do you generate your customers? How effective is that for you? What ways do you think it could be improved? How can I help you with that? So every single one of those questions is getting the other person to talk. Sales is not about talking, sales is about listening. And I promise you, if you can take nothing else from today, this is the magic slide that makes the big difference. So practice your open questions. Again, you've got that there. I think somebody's been, if you're taking a screenshot of it, Victor, you can send that one out. And I'm going to finish, because these are the contents of the book. So the book, the first one is behaviours, then it's process, and now strategy. So, and then I'm going to open up for questions. So for those of you, like literally, bingo. Do you get bingo? Do you play bingo, Victor?
I don't know this game.
Do you know what bingo is? Right. So nope. Bingo is, you usually do it with numbers, and you get a card and someone has a bag and they pull out number 1 and you tick it off on your little card. Okay. No bingo in Africa, right? Okay. So it's a game. It is a game.
Oh, I think somebody's trying to say something. You've played it, Abby?
Yes.
What's it called? What do you call it?
Bingo.
Oh, you do call it bingo. Yeah. So yeah, well, we call it bingo. But what you want to do, if you see here on the left-hand side, I've got a list of the clients. So MLM Consulting, Discovery Channel, Business West. And then what you do is you put the things that you sell along the top. So webinars, books, online, behaviors, coaching, training, whatever you sell. I sell shoes, I sell, I was going to say underskirts. That's a really an old word. I don't know the last time anyone would have bought an underskirt. I don't know, underskirts, shoes, whatever it is. And then what you want to try and do is, you know, ideally the best way to make money is to try and get your clients to buy every product and service that you sell.
Yeah.
But how you do that is not to go, do you want to buy a webinar? Do you want to buy behaviors? Do you want to buy training? It's like, how do you educate yourself? You know, how often do you attend webinars? What would be your thoughts on attending a webinar? So rather than saying, do this, get them to engage in the conversation. But ideally, that's a really good way for you to bring additional revenue in, is to sell more products and services to your existing clients. Now, I'm going to talk about this one. So, time, Victor, time. So many people say they don't have time to do sales. They're too busy to do sales. But ultimately, if you don't sell, you don't have a business.
Yeah.
So I talk about basketballs, tennis balls, and ping pong balls. So rather than having a to-do list in a line, if you have the things in your day, so for example, making your phone calls, that's a basketball. Actually, doing your social media is probably a ping pong ball, but lots of people do it the other way round because the marketing, as we know, Victor, does not put in the hole. So Ida says, think about endless questions when you would come, like it's like coming from a child really learning, no sales, no business. Look at this, loving it, loving it, loving it. So that's what I mean. Have a look at your day. So think about this in your day. Is this a basketball, a tennis ball, or a ping pong ball? So I am going to do 2 more slides, then I'll stop sharing and you can take host back and then I'll take any questions. Does that sound okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so confidence. Now, does anybody know who that is? Do you know who that lady is? Do you know who that is, Victor?
Let's see, who's this? No.
Kate Moss. Do you know who Kate Moss is?
Kate Moss, I know the name.
She's an actress.
Yeah, she's an actress, but also a supermodel. She's a supermodel, darling, right? And again, I think this comes back to confidence. A lot of people struggle with their confidence. And for me, I am not a model. I was not born with brilliant skin, but every day, and I mean every single day, I look in the mirror, I see the supermodel of sales. And because I see the supermodel of sales, you guys see the supermodel of sales. So again, I think you have to have that belief in yourself for sales. And then who's this man? Does anybody know who this man is?
Yeah, Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
Usain Bolt. So like, this is the thing. How did he become good at running? How did Usain Bolt become really good at running?
Practice.
How often did he practice?
I don't know. No idea.
Every single day. How do you get good at sales, Victor? You practice every single day. So that's my top tip. The free book, I know that you've got it, Victor, but if anybody wants the free book, that's the, actually I've spelt it wrong. It's Edgar. Hang on. I'm going to stop
Edgar.
that. Yeah, it's Edgar, Edgar.
Yeah.
Alison Edgar. I can't even spell my own name. That's not positive, is it? Right. So I think it's back to you. You've got the hello gift. I've just seen your wee face. Hello. And I don't know how to pronounce your name. How do you pronounce that? Is it Uche? Uche?
Uche.
Oh, that was a good guess, wasn't it? Uche and Edith.
Yes, Uche.
No, don't pronounce Edith. Pronounce Ozumba. Pronounce Ozumba.
Oh, I won't be very good at that. Like, I'm Scottish. Like I struggle with English, let alone anything else. So before I kind of finish off, is there any questions? Do you want to ask any questions, Victor, or anybody in the
Can we give that link again? Alison Edgar.
Yeah, let me change the spelling.
All right.
I just need to work out how to change the spelling. Oh, I know how to do this. It sounds really bad that I don't know how to spell my own name, doesn't it? Right, okay, let me jump back in here. Save. Okay. Oh, Victor, I'm struggling. I tell you what, it's the tech. It gets me every time, the tech. Hold on, let me see if it's there. Cancel. Right, can you see this now?
Yeah. We can.
From current slide, right? Okay, there we go. So that's it. I've spelt it right now. AlisonEdgar.com /
So you guys can get her free book.
Yeah, that's the ebook. If that one is the new one, which is more personal development, the sales book is on Amazon and it's called Secrets of Successful Sales. But if you just put Alison Edgar into Amazon or Spotify, you will find the book. or audible, anything.
Audible, yeah.
I'm everywhere. I'm quite easy to find, Victor.
All right, you guys have any questions for her? Sales questions? Ask your plenty questions. She will smash it.
Literally, this is a once in a lifetime offer, Victor, isn't it? I won't be back. If MD's got the questions, they need to get on it.
You guys had
mine is not really a question per se. It's just
okay.
the fact that sales is something people truly run away from because they feel, oh, that's like. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So as in, mine is not actually a question. It's just me trying to like. I'm just quite happy looking at the fact that sales is something a lot of people run away from. People see it as the main work. Are these people really going to buy this thing? What do you need to do to get this person to buy this thing? So to an extent, she just simplified it in a way that I can actually now stand on my feet and say, hey, I'm a salesperson. I can really get this thing done. So I'm really glad that I got to see this and hear this, considering most people fear sales a lot. In fact, I'd always said anybody who steps out to say, hey, I'm a salesperson is really a super, what's that word? Not superstar. No, not superstar. There's this, what are the superhero? Because in this case, you're kind of
Hey!
yeah, so yeah, right now I see you as a superhero. So I'll say thank you. I really got this right. Thank you.
Oh,
Well,
you're very welcome.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Now, if she, sorry, you were saying, sorry.
I just wanted to say, the reason that you invited me in is obviously yesterday was International Women's Day and it's International Women's Week, and it's lovely to see so many women in the room. And because one of the things that I think women in sales, even in the UK, are very, very underrepresented. And I don't tell Victor or Gift or anybody else on the YouTube channel, but actually women are so much better at sales than men. What was your question, Victor?
Yeah, I want to ask her. She said talk about sales. So I feel that the marketing guys should also get a lot of credit, right? Because they do a whole lot of work before sales just goes to close. So if we say the salespeople are the superstars, what about the guys that do all the work, that do the prospecting, that do the finding, that do the, that bring down the clients to the level where it is like gets to before you close? What about those people? Don't they get them?
I think they're good. Like literally. So that's where I think the reason that they have to do that, the prospecting, the mining, really, isn't it? It's mining to get that, is because marketing isn't doing its job. Because if marketing did that, marketing would bring inbound in. And if marketing's not pulling its weight, you have to do proactive. You have to like do the mining, find the cold stuff. And again, a bit like mining, that is really hard work, isn't it? That's a physical labor, and mentally it's really hard to generate those inquiries. And that's why it's so important that marketing helps you and puts the ball nearer the hole, because the closer the ball goes to the hole, the easier it is for the sales guys to, make warm appointments or really good calls.
Like in your book, the secrets of sales, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us before they actually go to get the book, maybe you can give us like a brief summary of the different secrets that you mentioned?
Yeah, so I think it all fits into those 4 pillars, the behaviors. Now, again, I'm dyslexic, so you have to, I struggle with the name. So Falasada says, how do you recognize people's temperament? Yeah, I'll let you do that bit, because again, I can't read English. I'm terrible. How do you?
She could ask it physically. Falashade is in the US, so she would ask.
Oh, okay. Does she want to ask?
Yeah, she can. Go ahead.
Hi, Alison.
Hi.
Yeah, for my name, just says Shade.
Shadi, I can do that one.
Singer, the singer, Shade.
Yeah, I love it. Your love is king.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So I was asking, how do you recognize people's temperament? by just seeing them, trying to make a sale and you're meeting the person for the first time, how do you recognize if the person is an introvert or extrovert or the colors you presented the other time?
Shadi, I could talk about this all day. So if extroverts tend to wear like brighter clothes. So if you see them face to face, they like to stand out. If you look at them in a group of people, they like to be the center of that group. They also, again, tend to be more unapologetic for their demeanor. Do you know what I mean? Like quite a confident stance, a firm handshake. They like to have, like, the aura around them is quite outgoing. Whereas the introverts tend to be more muted. They'll wear muted colors. They like to sort of step a little bit further back. They like to kind of be on their own a little bit more. The introverts also sometimes will lead in with, oh, hi, I'm sorry to bother you. A lot of people apologize for taking up time, or so even those leading little lines gives you an idea within the first few seconds of their behavior type. So again, watch for the words that they say. I'm humbled to meet you, or again, an extrovert would never really say that because they would think you should be humbled to meet them. So, you know what I mean? It's that flip on those words, and you can pick it up within the first few seconds. If it's something like LinkedIn, have a look at their photographs. Like an extrovert will be right down the lens. An introvert might not have a photo, or would maybe be a lot further back from the camera with their dog or their children. So even little tiny nuances before you meet them gives a clue to their behaviors. And then your trick is to learn how to adapt. So, if they're going in and they're all confident, and, you've got to have a firm handshake, good eye contact. And there's a thin line between confident and cocky. There's a thin line between aggressive and assertive, but it's really important that you know where those lines are. And I think if you are an introvert, you have to not apologize. It's like any relationship. It should be the same, that if you feel that you're on the same level, you build a relationship. If you feel that somebody's up here and you're subservient to them, then that's not going to work in any relationship. Any good relationship, whether it's sales or anything, is on the same level. And that's where coming in is really important. If you're up here and it's a green, you need to tone it down. If you're down here and they're a red, you need to bring it up. So it's really just matching what the other person is. I hope that helps, Shadi. I'm singing that. I had that as one of my wedding songs. Okay.
Thank you. It really does help.
I have a question.
All right.
Is that Gift?
Yeah, that's Gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can pronounce that one, Gift. You can ask as many questions as you like.
All right. Thank you, Alison. I think I got into this meeting quite late, but there is this thing you said earlier on about introducing yourself to someone. So I really want to get exactly what you said, the second phrase.
So one of the things we talked about was ultimately most people only care about themselves. I think that's maybe the bit that we were at. So rather than going, hello, my name's Gift and I do social media or whatever it is, actually it's finding something that's in it for the other person. Tell me, what does your business do, Gift?
I'm an online business consultant. So basically I develop websites for SMEs and thought leaders.
Perfect. Okay. So hi, my name's Gift and I develop websites. So that's, again, a little bit about you and what you do. But, maybe somebody's got a website, or maybe they don't think they need a website. So what I do is I develop an online presence to the world, which can actually be there to help you support your business even when you're asleep. So do you know what I mean? It's that additional layer for somebody. And what I do is I actually create websites that will attract new clients so that you will get more inbound inquiries and not have to sell, Victor. Do you know what I mean? So it's that bit that's in it for them. Most people would just say, this is what I do, and that's a feature. You need to find a hook that somebody says, oh, actually, I'd like to have a conversation with you about that. And that's, again, starting to draw people in to have a sales conversation.
All right.
You got what she said, Gift, right?
I did.
Got
All
it?
right.
Good.
Uche, did you get what she said? All right. So any other questions?
Any more questions?
Any more questions?
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, ma'am. We can get those slides, yeah?
Yeah, we'll send the slides across. I need, but if people can, if they want to get the book, it's on Amazon. Yeah. And then don't forget to download the free one, and it's on goal setting. So you'll like that one. It's new content. Setting.
Okay. So the free one is AlisonEdgar.com/smash it.
Yeah. So that's how you spell it. Yeah. edgar.com/smash it, and that's a little free gift. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have you taken? Are you back as host?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm going to leave. See you later. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.